Welcome back, baby dolls. I'm giving you another yummy update. So a lot of stuff has transpired today. Maybe by the time you see this, even more things will transpire out here because I'm giving you as much as we can. So today, friends, we saw some actually breaking news. So I've done some macro updates. Obviously, the S&P 500 gapping down 5% is like calling everyone to think about, black market, Black Monday, which is another minus 20% drop from that point. Jim Cramer has predicted another 20% stock market crash from the levels right now. So it's gapped down. He's like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Also today, we saw the Japanese Nikkei. They said the 225 Nikkei suspended futures. I read somewhere else it was the topics. Maybe it was both of them. And they had they suspended them. So when your volatility, when it goes down too much one day, they just basically pause it. They go, hey, you know what? Just chill out. Are you sure it's the end of the world? Are you sure it's the end of the world? That's what they do. They have different circuit breakers. There's like 7% and then 13 and then 20%, I think. Just that's everybody. Just to basically recoup and just absolutely think about their whole pricing in of the end of the world. Also, earlier today, friends, we saw President Trump says sometimes you have to take medicine. So they asked him about, like, do you see what's happening in the markets out here? So obviously, it's done out here to inflame people. You know what I mean? He's saying sometimes you just have to take the medicine. Because you remember, friends, as well, like when it comes to America and their taxes, they can't tax the rich enough. Literally, there's not even enough. They don't even have enough money, even if you tax all of them to pay off everything. So the other strategy is, okay, well, we have all these trade deals out there with everyone, so let's just put taxes up for them. It's basically putting tax on the American ecosystem. It's pretty much what they're doing. But yeah, it just takes a while for the market to kind of like, sniff it out, see what they're going to do with rates and oil and everything else out here. President Trump also said, someday people will realize that tariffs for the USA are a very beautiful thing. So the S&P 500 as well, just some stats. Man, it's done like one of the worst 3-day returns. Friends, the worst 3-day return in 30 years. Last time, and this even beats 2000. That's wild. Even 1998. It beats that. That's tech into the tech crash. This is 14% down in 3 days now with this like huge gap down here. I think it's also important just to think about, is it the end of the world? Is it the end of the world, man? I know Uncle Bobby has sold his portfolio. I think he sold 30% of it. He also said 4-year cycle. Yeah, I'm thinking, bro, you were talking about all the 4-year cycle every single step of the way. Now stocks go down. He goes, screw the 4-year cycle. Don't know what to think of that, friends. Like, look, it could be over, bro. There's no guarantees of anything, but it's just. Forget the 4-year cycle part. This just doesn't look like a bull market to me, bro. This is business ISM stayed below 50. It's still chugging along below 50, bro, below 50. Bull market is above 52, above 52, above 52, above 52. Bro, we're just 29 months below 50. That's just how I'm seeing it right now. I don't think it's the end of the world, man. And I think they can push a few buttons to maybe extend this out here, maybe. Okay, this is what the stock market chart looks like. S&P 500 comes all the way down, all the way to the top of that 2021, January 2022 high out here. JP Mosquito said that the US Fed may have to cut interest rates before their next meeting. So, of course, these things happen, right? Also interesting, if you go back to 2018, in 2018, friends, yes, the stock market hit. If you go back to 2018, right here, right? So the stock market, S&P 500, it cracked down like right now to 20%. And then Jay Powell came out and he did a cut. And then he had like a 7% boost over the next few days. He actually came out. He goes, all right, that's it. We're cutting. I'm coming out. You've summoned me. And by the way, look, it was Christmas Eve as well. He came out here. Okay, whatever. We're cutting. And then it extended stuff out here. And then obviously you had the zombie virus. So he did that, zombie virus came a year and a half later. That's when it cracked out here. Then they had to cut it out to 0. So what we're looking at right now is like a big kaboom coming out here. What's going to happen? It ticked down 22%. So it's not even up to anyone's opinion. That's the official stock market. Bear market territory is minus 20%. So it's ticked down minus 22% out here. So Asia session has been clobbered. Japan, everything down heaps. But, friends, what I'm going to do is play some angel music for everyone out here. It's tough, friends. It's tough. I got the Pokeballs. Okay. We've got our bear hunting equipment. right? We've got our lollipops. We do. The best advice I ever got, I have to believe in myself more. It's pretty much what we have to do during these turmoil times, a lot of chaos. You don't get any, there's no like, no certainty in these times. Pretty much like everyone begs, please government, please do something, right? Mr. Trump, are you going to do something? Is everything going to be okay? And what's the medicine mean? And like everyone's calling for the end. But look, how I feel the market will end is we go down and then Jim Cramer's bullish. He's like, yeah, it's another buy the dip. And we're like, uh-oh. That's how I feel like. Because this one, man, he's calling for another 20% drop, right? It's like you got the tank. He's saying, okay, now the real move begins. Another 20% drop down here. You know, it's Jim Cramer as well. He's gone viral all over. Everyone's saying Black Monday, Black Monday, Black Monday. Feels painful as well just to look at all this stuff out here. Look, friends, in the background, man, look at this. Ethereum to 17K plus. Larry Fink announced he wants to tokenize bonds, real estate, stonks, and everything. Blackrock Ethereum holdings went from 600 million to 2 billion in 2 weeks. Man, it's just like, on one hand, everyone's saying Black Monday, it's all over, recession 4-year cycle. That's what everyone's saying. That's the words. On the other hand, the actions I see from Rocca Negra is let me triple up my Ethereum stack. Do you see what, like, you're yelling with your mouth, it's over, Black Monday, Jim Cramer, bad, down, limit down, gap down, it's over, tariffs. Is it 1 R or 3 Rs? Okay, I don't know how many R's in tariffs, friends. Is it 1F or 9 Fs? I don't know, I forgot already, okay? And the actions, scoop. Okay, they're literally using Spoonie, not to slice people up, but to scoop. It's like classic swim with the whales. It really is the classic swim with the whales, man. Oh, man, just, you know, it is what it is. Like, they tripled up their stack, bro. Friend, like, if we're going in a recession, bro, the guys, friend, like, why is Blackrock, why are they good at predicting the future? Answer. They make the future. They control the future. That's why. I think it was Richard Hart. He said one of the best ways to predict the future is to make it. See? And it's true, friends. Just to show you, okay, this is completely fact. There were leaks we found out during this period down here of the bear market Bitcoin, 20K to 15K. Rocca Negra there's another private arm that that's owned by them. They were accumulating BTC for them. Yeah, they were accumulating it here. At the same time that Janet Yellen, the pudgy penguin lady, and the Estrogen Union were saying it's game over for Bitcoin and crypto, stable coins. It's game over for all of you. Interest rates are going to kill all of you. Literally, with one hand, okay, with their mouth, it's over, bad, sell. But with their hands, their actions, scoop. Now, why did they buy it? Well, remember, friends, they did the ETF announcement up here. They'd already accumulated a long time. So it's like, as I say, you can see the footprint and the price action doing something quirky. You don't know what's coming. That's why you don't need to know what's coming. It's just like an attitude of like, they know something. It ain't going to zero. Okay. Now, be careful with this price action, but it's also another reason why, friends, like I'm looking even at pDAI and I'm like, okay, bro, this has been like 3 weeks since the infinite minting bug thing came out. Like, why is there like bids? You know, say, oh, they know something. Oh, who's they? Well, you know, you never get that, friends. You're always looking around. You're like, who's they? They, them. Are you a doorknob or are you a table today? I can't figure it out. If you keep searching for who they is, like, you're going to waste a lot of time. That's why you don't need to. That's why in markets they say, just, bro, don't worry who it is, who they is, who the domino is. Don't worry about that. They just say buy low, sell high, bro. That's what it comes down to. And we do have the Bitcoin copium as well here. This is the global liquidity M2, where it's poopy for April and then moving into May. We're hoping that the 70-day offset would be enough, but whatever. We'll just see if this works out, and then 2 months of up only. But Man, we need more like 20 months of up only after the pain we've gone through. 5 red months in a row, 100-day global liquidity. So it is what it is. And I wanted to cover for you as well. Uncle Bobby has sold 30% of his Bitcoin stack. The video he released is a minute worth. He said he's releasing another one like tomorrow. So he's going to record it. So he also funny joked, bottom signal is in with my last tweet. Bitcoin, I'm taking one for the team. He's obviously saying that as a joke as well, but he did sell 30%. He sold 30%. I appreciate all the nasty mocking comments. So now, friends, I love Uncle Bobby. Okay, I love Gyros. I love Tzatziki. Okay, you know, my toilet loves Tzatziki as well. You know what I mean? So I love souvlaki as well. All right. He's my uncle. I love you, Uncle Bobby. We love you. I'm gonna put off my fireman hat and then put it back on, and I'm just gonna pretend it was someone else. I'm gonna remove the name. I'm gonna remove the reputation. I'm gonna remove the dollar amounts. Okay? I'm just gonna be neutral. If someone out here was calling for a 4-year cycle every month, the whole time, and now that the stock market has done a whopper 22% down, yeah, with like the Bitcoin weekly super trend still green, right? With these actions of making a post here saying, don't mock me, look at my profit. And so I know it's Uncle Bobby. I'm just remove the name. Just like, it feels like, it feels like it's someone coming out to say, I am smart to sell on this dip because I'm already in profit, number one. Number two, something's changed. Okay? You're starting to see, it's like, friends, it could be right. Of course it could be right. But like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, like if this was anyone else, Uncle Bobby, we love you, Uncle Bobby. But if this was anyone else, friends, if this was crypto, if this was Ranny Boo, let's be honest, friend, let's be honest. If Ranny Boo from Crypto Banter called for 4-year cycle, and then now S&P 500 is down 22%, and we're seeing all this chaos, and then Randy Boo posted his portfolio, and he said, hey, I'm actually still up. I'm the genius. I'm not actually a G. Save your mocking of me, right? I'm not actually a G. I'm actually still up. I'm killing it. It would... people would be very critical of him, okay? The industry would be like, ha ha, bottom signal, they would say that. But because it's Uncle Bobby, because the name is different. But like, I'm treating everybody fairly. I'm just trying to look at the actions, you know? Now, like I said, man, it could be the beginning of the end, friends. One of these points, it is going to be. It's just, man, the 100% win rate inverse Oracle God Jim Cramer is literally calling for Black Monday right now. Another big crash. Like, you know what I mean? Just showing you that I'm trying to be removing of these names here. And let's see what happens. Maybe you watch Uncle Bobby, he's probably going to say, you know, there was a lower low here and lower here and the cycle, now the 4-year cycle's in question. Oh, I know, friends, I know. Blockchain backup prices on the move, XRP $1.96. If it goes below $1.89, it will set another lower low. Just to let you know, so if XRP hits $1.89, which is around, yeah, if it closes below, the blockchain backer said he's going to sell like 20% of it. Just sell 20% of it out. He actually mocked and he goes, now it's pretty much out here. He's like, I wouldn't mind you guys like getting out my stop and then going up only. It's kind of like, they're like happy to give their soul to the market, which is just, it's an interesting concept. So what can we really do here? I mean, you know, friends, I'm just saying, it looks like I'm the only retardio still bullish, right? Green weekly super trend. Just, man, like it's just, friends, it's hard for me, like, friends, it's hard for me to go, hey, man, ETH BTC, 10 of the 11 past months were red. Okay, now a bear market is starting. Like, I just can't, bro. I can't do that, dude. I know it looks bad. I can't do that. I'm not going to just break every fiber of my being to Yeah, well, just admit it. It's a bear market. It's a bear market. Bro, we've had 10 out of 11 months red for ETH BTC, bro. Like, that's not the bear market starting, right? Like, let's look at it and be objective, bro. When's the time to be, like, concerned about stuff? Let's put ETH BTC on a monthly. Look at this, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green months in a row. Even up here, right? 1, 2, 3 green months in a row. Friends, we've literally, since January 2023 starting, we have not had more than 1 green month. Can you believe that? Look at this. Literally since January 2023. Look at this. We had 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We haven't even had more than 1 green month. It's always just been a green month and then back to red. Like, that's not concerning for me. That's like you're getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. I know cheaper to zero. That's funny, but like, you're concerned when the weak hands are coming in, bro. You're not concerned because these people keep cheating lows over and over and over again and making us look like fools. That's not the concern, but markets can stay irrational and stuff out here. They can for a long time. But yeah, friends, you're watching me wrestle out with stuff. I'm looking at everything and like, oil and everything's going to have to pretty much, play itself out. Like we're going to have to wait for the US stock market session and everyone's going to be seeing, oh, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? But yeah, man, I like, it's the same stuff. Well, okay, but think about your options now. What are you going to do? Sell now and then do what? What's your plan, by the way? Just to let you know, friends, the stock market will bounce. It's not going to tell you it's bouncing. Yeah. And then when things look better, prices are up, bro. Look, you can do what you want, man. I'm just telling you facts, yeah? It's dangerous to sell now if you're wrong. It really is. Like, friends, if Ethereum's down here, if you sell a bag down here, friends, if this candle, I know it doesn't look like it, but if this candle just comes back and finishes green, right? You, friends, I just tell you, let's say you start to feel better when Ethereum's back at like 2,400. Oh my gosh, friends. You lose this is Ethereum. You basically, if you look at altcoins, you lost half your supply of your coins. So if you sold like, maybe you sold 100 million PLS up here, because if Ethereum does 35%, Pulse has probably done a 2x of today. 35 to 50% for ETH, a 2x. So see how dangerous it is? Like if you're wrong, and like it's higher here. And by the way, that assumes you even have the balls to get back in here because you just relinquish this. You don't like it's tough to just say, you know what, I'm just gonna swallow it. I'm gonna accept I've got only 50% of my bags. I've lowered my ultimate bull market returns by 2. Because then you'll be hoping for another double bottom. That's the reality of stuff out here. But of course, everyone is free to make up their own decisions. Just trying to navigate this uncertainty out here. Japan hit the stock market breaker. Everyone's trying to figure out what do these tariffs and all these things mean. But like, man, I'm just like looking at all of these and like, it's just, man, we'll see. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.